Hey everyone, welcome back. So, what happens if the biggest um, collapse is gonna happen? That's what we're gonna be looking at today. There's a lot of news we have to talk about. Terra Classic did actually move up one point up, one rank up. So be sure to smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated. Right now, what we're seeing is Terra Luna Classic basically going down. But is it bad? I don't know. Is it gonna be worse? I don't know either. But one thing is for sure, Terra Classic can survive everything that's horrible. And if Binance or Tether collapse, it's game over for crypto. Doge's founder says, and Doge's founder has been talking a lot about crypto. When Mt. Gox collapsed, it was pretty much the only exchange you could trade crypto with. I wanted to talk about this. I want to give my own thoughts on this. And it was responsible for 90% of all crypto trading. This was like the biggest exchange back at its time, for crypto. And when it collapsed, everyone lost their savings, which kind of sucks, doesn't it? Losing your savings on exchange. This has happened recently, and people were saying, why did you put your money on exchange? We never thought it was going to happen again. But yet again, it happened. The second biggest exchange, or a top 5 exchange, actually did crash. It doesn't even matter if it's top 2nd or top 5. It did crash, and it did pull in a lot of users. Some projects there had $800 million. 800 million. Let that sink in. You can't even imagine 800 million. It's just so much. Crypto wasn't established, nor anywhere the institutional backing it now has. Crypto still survived. When USD collapsed, it was a top 10 market cap and the second largest stablecoin at the time, but crypto still survived, and is going to survive for a long time. The second biggest exchange recently collapsed. I'm not sure if a second biggest exchange. One thing is for sure, Terra Classic, still is around today. USDT would be bigger shock for a market than USD. USDT doesn't have an algorithm peg, so they wouldn't be dumping hundreds of Bitcoin like Terra Foundation did. But a lot of these reserves for big exchanges, and from my research, a lot of these reserves have a big part of Terra. Now, is Terra going to collapse? It's going to be very hard to have that. But Mt. Gox was far bigger for the crypto ecosystem and had a far bigger share of the market than Binance. When Mt. Gox collapsed, there was no serious alternative exchanges. You couldn't really buy Bitcoin again. If Binance collapses, there's still a ton of exchanges, until many major exchanges. It will likely have similar effect as FTX, but maybe on a bigger scale. But if crypto survived Mt. Gox, it can definitely survive Binance and probably even a Tether collapse. And I mean, guys, like for Binance to fail, you could just buy your Ethereum back for pennies. Far worse what happened, and crypto kept turning. But crypto is always going to survive. There's always going to be people around from this opinion. I mean, I talked with people and they said, crypto is going to crash to zero. What do you guys think? Do you think Terra Luna Classic will crash to zero? I don't think so. Nothing will be over. It will rise volatility with down movement pressure for some time. After a few months, everything will be forgotten, and sooner or later, this crypto winter will be over. No centralized exchange can annihilate blockchain technology. The revolution has already started. And, people are talking about this. People are saying if centralized entity collapse, price of crypto might suffer, but this will certainly not be game over. And right now what we're seeing is the second biggest exchange failing, FTT. Look at this. It's $1. It's $1 from $22 overnight, just like Terra Classic. Let's take a look at Terra Classic over here. And it went from okay, this is obviously on a greater scale, $86 back to $0. It's crazy. But also, FTT, I mean, it didn't have that much trading volume, 700 million compared to 2 billion, but it's still a lot. And a lot of people had their money on this. It left the top 100 rank. So does this mean the same will happen with Terra Classic? I don't think so. Like if an exchange fails, Terra Classic is still going to be safe. It still has those developments, and it's going to stay around most likely, just because a lot of people have been having these concerns and weren't really sure what's going on. But be sure to smash that like button. I'll keep you guys updated for more news. Until next time, peace out.